This is Ramon. He's a third-year dental student. Even though he's quite proficient at working on a mannequin and plastic teeth, he finds that the human element of dentistry can sometimes be tricky to navigate. Today, Ramon will be preparing a tooth for a Class 2 composite. This is a procedure that Ramon has done many times in simulation clinic. According to Alex's radiographs, the caries appear close to the pulp. Ramon explains to Alex that there is a chance that root canal therapy might be needed as well as a crown. Alex expresses that he only has enough funds for the composite filling. Ramon assures Alex that he will be very careful during the procedure. As he is slowly removing occlusal decay, Ramon feels his round burr drop. "Heem," Ramon exclaims. Distraught, Alex is having a difficult time dealing with how he will pay for his treatment. Not knowing how to deal with the current situation, Ramon needs advice.
Well, it is difficult. I think that it needs to be addressed early on, as he said, that might need a root canal and a crown. And I think that you can't force the patient into having one or the other. I think you got to say, if it's exposed and we have to do either a root canal or we have to do an extraction on a tooth, and you'll need to make that decision and decide what you want to do with that tooth. If you try and force the patient into having the root canal done, and they get the root canal done and end up with the crown done, then the tooth is gonna break anyways, and they'll lose the cost that they did for the root canal and the crown. So I think right up front you've got to say to the patient, this is really close to the pulp, might need a root canal and a crown. A root canal is going to be such and such, a crown is going to be such and such. You need to be prepared to pay that whole fee if it's exposed, because if you don't, then there's no reason for doing half of it, meaning doing the root canal without doing a crown on it. So I think that being up front, like he did, maybe a little bit more thorough up front, and not saying it might be exposed. I think erring on the side of this is really deep, I'm afraid this is going to be exposed. What do you think you're going to do if in fact it is? Do you want me to extract the tooth? Do you want me to do the root canal on? Now, if the patient says one way or another, and then he gets into it, and then the patient breaks down emotionally like this patient did, I think you can't force the patient into doing one thing or another. I think you have to say to him, let me temporize the tooth, let you think about what you want to do, and then you can come back and move on from there. Sometimes they're so emotional, the patient needs time to deal with it, to figure out what's really going on, and discuss it in a more rational, reasonable method later on.
I suppose in a private practice situation, you would offer some sort of financial arrangements that he could proceed with the treatment, be that with care credit, with payments in the office, or whatever arrangement you can make. But the most important thing is that the patient be treated according to the best care, which is, in this case, sounds like it's going to be a root canal. Well, you just have to be honest with them. You just have to tell them that despite your best efforts, this is the only treatment that's going to solve the problem, and be reassuring, be supportive, but hold to your treatment. That's what's best for the patient, and try to keep them on that track, and not deviate from what's the best treatment for that particular tooth.